they
stonewall.
Exactly.
Well, and I mean, in every aspect, they put a guy on the commission that is an ex-law enforcement officer that a lot of people in Arkansas know very well because he was on TV a lot. This guy is historically against marijuana. Now all of a sudden we've put him on the commission.
That seems like a brilliant idea.
Yeah,
well, it was done for a reason. I mean, everything is to stonewall and to keep pushback. And they're hoping to find a way to. They're hoping to stonewall it until something's done
at the federal level.
Well, but meanwhile,
or it just goes away.
Meanwhile,
it's not going to go away.
Thousands of people in Arkansas that desperately need this and are desperately waiting. And like you said, 2 years. And I think I saw
over 2 years, almost 2.5.
I saw
actually it is 2.5.
I saw an update this week that right now there are 8,000 people that have been approved.
That have the cards and
they've paid their money, and I know, so they've already spent $250 to because it's a $200 charge to get a doctor to sign off on it because the doctors are so afraid. And of course, that's cash money. You can't put it on.
I don't understand how that's not like.
That's
a bribe.
Right.
Well,
it is.
Hey, I'm going to slide you this, and you're going to give me a prescription. How is that not against the law?
Well, because federally, it's still illegal. It's just like the banking system. All these companies that are gearing up to grow it, sell it, and everything else, they can't just go to your regular neighborhood bank and deposit their money because if the federal government wishes to, they can come seize all of it. Every bit of it.
What are they putting it under a mattress? I mean,
there's certain. I think there's a bank in Arkansas that is opening up.
So that means that they can't be.
It's not federally
FDIC
insured,
right?
So they don't have to report.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, but your normal bank is federally insured, which means government can walk right in there and say, "This is ill-gotten gains. It's all ours now."
So we've got people. We've got 8,000 people that have already paid this money. Which I'm going to go out on a limb and say most of your people
probably couldn't afford that
need medical marijuana, or the disabled, the retired, things like that. People that $250 is a significant chunk of change.
Right.
So they've spent this. They still don't know when they're going to be able to get the medication that they need.
Now, is that a one-time payment? Do they have to do it every year?
The $200 is.
As it stands now, the $200 is a one-time payment, and that is just because basically the forms are all there. Here's what I don't understand. My medical record, there would be no question. I have like 8 or 9 qualifying conditions, genetic conditions. But I have to pay this $200 cash money, slide it down the table, like, here you go, will you sign my form? Now, I see no less than 5 specialists. None of them will sign the form because...
They can. They won't.
But
especially that pain management doctor.
Well, no, he's the one that gets $200.
Oh, really? I would have expected that he would be the one screaming bloody murder about it. Because
he's going to get his piece of the pie. He gets his $200, and right now he's got a racket because, again, I'm talking legitimate specialist, neurosurgeon, cardiologist, rheumatologist. I've got other ologists, gastroenterologists.
Right.
I've got a lot of ologists, but anyway.
Any one of them could
do
sign
it. They're legally able to do it.
Well, with being a doctor.
And are experts in the condition that
qualifies me for it. But to keep their licenses and not to get... They're terrified to sign it. So the clinics that they work for, the groups, have made decisions that they won't do it. They won't sign off on it.
And you're not allowed to either.
Right. Like I went, and I'm not going to name his name, but my neurosurgeon, he supports medical marijuana.
Right.
I saw him, and I said, hey, can you sign this for me? He goes, I wish I could, but if I sign that I forfeit my right to practice here.
Wow.
So you can't. So you have to go pay what I like to call hush money or the bribe money. You have to go pay. You cannot put it on like a flex pay card. Like we have a plan where
a medical
spending card. You can't put it on that. It has to be cash money. Why do we think that is? Because they don't want to track the numbers that they're getting. They don't want to report that money.
Right.
And then once you do that, supposedly that's good. I'm sure there's another time it'll have to be reevaluated, but it's not on a yearly basis. But then there's another charge that is.
Well, that's why I was wondering if they had to pay it yearly and they keep pushing it back. Right. They're just going to have to keep paying money for nothing.
Right.
Well, the $50 registration fee,
the licensing fee is yearly, and it's paid to the state.
Yeah. Of course it is.
Yes, it is. And
who is stonewalling the whole
right. Yeah. So, and get this. We were talking about Oklahoma a minute ago. Now, I could go ahead and pay my $200. Then I could pay my $50. And Arkansas still can't give me my medical marijuana. But if I want to, I can go pay another $150 to Oklahoma. And I'll be able to buy from them for 30 days.
For $150.
Uh-huh.
But you can't bring it back into Arkansas.
Oh, I can.
Legally?
Okay, you're not supposed to bring it back into Arkansas.
Right.
Well, but it's been passed. So
yeah, but it's not.
It's all tied up in legal limbo.
Did you see the video of the cops that went into that cancer patient's room?
That was bullshit.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he was saying it's the stuff's already signed. It's basically legal. And, well, it's not legal right now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I also saw this fucking idiot sheriff in I want to say it was here in Arkansas, which makes me sad. That went and shut down a place for selling CBD oil.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
No, that was in Arkansas.
Yeah, and
that's happened several times.
And it's like, listen, you dumb hillbilly
CBD
fuck.
oil is legal in
oil
every
has
state.
never been illegal. It's never been illegal.
It's illegal to have. It's legal to have. It's legal to purchase. It's legal to transport.
Yeah, and someone said, well, what if Walmart was selling that? Well, I'd shut them down too. Oh, shut the fuck up.
No, you wouldn't.
It's like, I'm all for following the law. Most of the time.
CBD oil is so mainstream now. There's multi-level marketing companies selling it.
Yeah,
it's fucking Mary Kay now. Okay.
and that level of idiocy is what is keeping the medical marijuana thing from actually going into full implementation. But what I think should happen, and I've been screaming this, and nobody will listen, but you're listening now. I think at the federal level they should take it off the DEA schedule because that's why it's against the law.
And there's talk about it.
Yeah,
this year, there's talk
it's
about
going
it.
that way. I just don't know how long.
Take it off the DEA schedule, decriminalize it at the federal level, and then all the states that disagree with it can go put it right in their ass. And it's and here's the thing: tax it $10 a pack, and we will have zero national debt in like 5 years.
Can you imagine the infrastructure?
Oh my God, Colorado. Hundreds of millions of dollars from it.
Oh, and tax revenue, yeah.
Oregon, I think Washington. There was a couple more that they've decriminalized it for recreational use, and they can't spend that money fast enough.
Didn't like the first year Colorado
gave their
taxpayers refunds?
Yeah, exactly. They had such an overage.
We just got so much money.
Yeah,
we don't know what to do
had
with
such an overage that at the end of the year they were like, "Fuck, we can't spend all this money." And everybody got back like $150 or something. And Colorado has millions of people there. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
That's another instance in Arkansas that's just crazy to me is the whole Dry County thing.
Oh yeah,
and that's another thing. You just need to pass a state law to abolish them.
But here's the thing: it's not even a dry county because Pulaski County is not dry, but Jacksonville City is.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy.
Well, and you can still get around it. We're sitting in a dry county, but if we want to. Now we can't go to the liquor store right now, but
that's crazy too.
But we could also drive down the road, and I can name
to the pizza place.
Yeah, 5 restaurants within
that will serve you all day long.
So we can sit and drink all afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that idea is just ridiculous, and like I've said plenty of times, I'm all for following the law, but I think a lot of times the law oversteps the law's bounds.
Oh yeah,
or the law is archaic.
Yeah, and a lot of times I don't think that's the case, but with the medical marijuana or marijuana in general, which should have never become illegal to begin with.
Can you imagine the difference in our prisons if it wasn't?
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are in prison right now for
marijuana?
Yeah,
a pound of marijuana.
Yeah, exactly. So if it became legal at the federal level, all of those people would be able to get released with their records expired.
But you know what? I mean, you know how many cops I work around and work with.
Mm-hmm.
The prevailing attitude right now is marijuana is horrible. It's a gateway drug. It's
Because they've been indoctrinated to believe that.
Yeah, exactly. That's indoctrination. If that's the case that we want to make, then fucking milk is a gateway drug too, because we've all drank it. I mean, if that's the case,
It's the gateway drug for you and your cookies.
Yeah.
Really? We go there, huh?
I mean, if that's the case, then putting on shoes is a gateway activity.
But no, I mean, that's the prevailing attitude amongst them, and unless you change that, that's going to remain though.
Well, and like Brandy said, though, that is indoctrination, plain and simple. Sure. It was wrong when it was told to them, and it's fucking wrong now.
You may be.
I may be what?
Chris and Amber are a little bit younger than Brandy and I are.
Hey,
I don't know.
hey.
We actually at one point.
I'm youthful, damn it.
We actually at one point had to watch the Reefer Madness movie. I don't know if y'all ever saw it.
I've seen enough to make me want to punch myself in the face.
In my life than
The only madness that Reefer's going to give me is an urgent need to go take a nap and eat a brownie.
I mean, seriously, they made that as such a horrible propaganda scare tactic, and never in the history of history has anyone ever smoked weed that wasn't laced with something,
right?
And been like, oh my god, I got to go fight somebody. No, that's not how that works. But it's never been.
But again, indoctrination. Most of us now, attitudes are changing, but most of our parents would see that very differently than we see
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Like my mom, I remember the day, it was bad.
But even she has...
But that's what I'm saying. Even now she...
I don't think my family was ever like that.
Honey, this is time for some hard truths.
Mine may have been, but I wasn't. So.
And I love you, but your family wasn't normal.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fact.
But
I love you too.
But, I mean...
Oh God, that just reminded me.
We are the round table of the weird family, so we can't judge.
No, my family's totally normal.
Okay.
Okay, Laura.
No, it really is. Ask her.
It's pretty normal. I mean, compared to what I have. So I mean.
Okay.
Okay, but look at us. Normal. Our normal's not normal, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? So I mean. I love Chris. And
I mean, you have some black sheep.
Yeah, I'm not going to lay your shit out there, man. But I'm going to say, if you're going to go with normal, I'm going to have to call bullshit.
Well, you can call it all you want. You're wrong, though. I mean,
all right, we'll be getting that self-awareness manual. In the mail.
I've been waiting.
Yeah.
I keep saying that.
I know.
I can't read though, so
I have to get it on tape.
I have to audio tape.
So your family's like, leave it to Beaver?
No, God, no, that's fucking weird. No, seriously, that's like
when you hear a normal family, you kind of think, leave it to Beaver, and like
mom and dad are still together and everything's normal, and there's not
there's no drug use, there's no alcohol use,
there's no affairs, there's
nobody
no people
fights,
nobody hasn't seen anybody in 30 years,
rainbows and roses.
Well, I think it's important to delineate how far out in the family we're talking about then.
You were talking about just like, you and Amber?
Yeah.
We're normal.
Yeah.
Right here, right now, everything's normal.
Right this second.
Nobody's got... No.
But no, back to what I was saying. I really think that if they decriminalize that at the federal level, you can literally tax a pack as much as you want. And
I mean, I think it's going to happen. I just don't know how long it's going to take.
Yeah, but I think that's a good place to stop. We will see you guys next time.
Bye.